So Adin Ross has been getting a lot of backlash, and the NBA player that he was planning to have a stream with has actually cancelled a stream with him. He has a lot of things to say, and in today's video, we're going to actually dive deep into it, right? So you can clearly see from here, I'm going to play the video for you guys, and obviously we'll react to it in real time
You guys know I had a stream plan with I had a good trip. I got to eat some dinner with Los. I want to let you guys know I had a stream plan with a very famous basketball player. It canceled last minute because their PR called. So just with everything going on, so we got to give like 30 days, but off season will be good.
I don't know why he's picking his nose, man. Why are you doing that, bro? Come on, man.
I'm gonna stop coming at people hard.
Like, at least get a tissue or something like that. But anyway, let's get back to it.
And shit. But it's, you know what's funny about the guy? We called. He's like, yo, Adin, like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I fuck with you. I actually like that you're vocal. I'm not gonna say who it was, but he was just like, I got you. Like, let's wait till season's over. I had a good trip. I got to eat some dinner.
Interesting. So as you guys can basically see, he is getting backlash, right, and it's starting to affect some of his content pieces, etc. Do I believe he's gonna, cancel Adin Ross and make him fall off tomorrow? No, let's be real. Adin Ross has built his thing. He has his cult fan base and he's doing his thing, right? But it's a good sign to see that a lot of people are actually tired of seeing racism on the internet, right? With Adin Ross, the comments that he was making towards Deutsche just didn't really need to happen. I understand that maybe he's siding towards Drake, and anyone that's on Kendrick's side, maybe he's now starting to shoot shots at them, especially with Deutsche being the easiest target a bunch, like, of all of them. He can't come after someone like Kendrick, for example. Kendrick's fan base is too crazy, you know what I mean? They're gonna either snuff him out, or it will be a case where, they're just going to ignore him, But someone like Deutsche, she is obviously an artist that not every single person really vibes with. Yeah, she's talented and things like that, but a lot of people believe she's an industry plant, so on and so forth. So technically speaking, to Adin Ross, I believe she was a bit of an easy target to basically come at, etc. Was it a good move? I don't believe so. I don't believe you need to be calling people out of their name. You don't have to like their music, but don't call them out of their name and start calling them, the B word and things like that. And you can see that, look, first Drake doesn't necessarily answer his call. So you're fighting Drake's battles and bro's not even answering your calls anymore. So it doesn't necessarily make sense, right? I'm sorry to pause the video, but hold up. I'm pretty sure you're enjoying the content so far, right? So if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit the bell so that it notifies you every single time I drop a video. That helps the channel grow and helps the community grow to the moon. See you guys back in the video. And we can see from the master student that Adin Ross is now donating to black businesses, right, and organizations around LA. So let's actually watch the video and understand what's going on.
Keep it real. He's filled out paperwork to come donate to 100 grand to a lot of the black small businesses in the ghetto since then.
So he felt a way about it, like, yo, I gotta make this right, kind of.
Actually, Adin is.
So it's very, very interesting to see that, because you will now start thinking to yourself that, okay, cool, if you're really sorry, wouldn't you just literally say an apology and just be like, okay, cool, it wasn't really cool, I've learned from my mistake, apologies guys, I'm gonna do better moving forward. That would be a more respectable thing to kind of do. You still don't have to like the person's music, but calling them out of their name and then doubling down on it and things like that, usually it gets, looked over, especially when it comes to people like Adin Ross. But I'm kind of happy that now he's being held accountable to some sort of standpoint. And I hope that obviously he's just able to do better, because you can't necessarily buy people and persuade them just because, you've done something crazy and you think, okay, cool, they're going to be calm if I just start donating to the hood. But the craziest thing is, right, when you actually go to Adin Ross's page and his updates, you can actually see that he's on a vibe of like how many people actually donating to their own community, etc. And he's kind of trying to glaze over the situation rather than taking accountability for it. So let's actually watch that as well.
Why can't for
a lot of the black small businesses?
So I'm gonna explain what I'm doing, chat, because a lot of people think, and I'm not doing this because I'm racist. I'm just trying to prove a point here, that these people that want to fight so hard about certain shit, why don't you guys do anything good for where you come from? I give out $100,000 to my city. I'm gonna give out $100,000 to a lot of other people's businesses and stuff. Why can't they do it too? Why not? You know what I mean? It rubs me the wrong way. Why not? You could say these things, but actions speak way louder than words. I think we could all agree.
And to be honest, I do agree with what he's saying in terms of, for example, why is it a case where instead of, just talking, people just like they're not actually putting their money where their mouth is. I actually made a video. I'm going to leave the link down in the description, also leave it at the end of the video, where I was talking about how 6ix9ine was talking about how 21 Savage said F the streets. And I basically said in the video, which I still stand 100% on, that a lot of artists are saying F the streets, a lot of artists that are, saying, we've forgotten about the hood, so on and so forth. You don't realize that you're actually just ostracizing the people that you actually look like. You're not actually doing anything for them. You're basically saying, you know what, F the people that basically took me to the top instead of delivering solutions for them. But what I don't believe Adin Ross understands is that the timing of this is a bit fishy, man. Let's be real. Like, if you were truly not, you could say racist, or I don't want to be throwing out them type of terms, but it's a bit funny what he's doing. You can't necessarily say, you know what, just because I've done something wrong, I'm just going to throw money at the situation and everyone's just going to be cool with it. It works in some case scenarios, let's be real, the world is dark. But in this case scenario, it's not necessarily going to work, And like I said, people are standing 10 toes down on the situation. They're tired of, this being the case and people getting away with so on and so forth. So Adin Ross, man, I think he just needs to basically do better. You got people like DJ Ak obviously supporting him and saying, look, he's not like that, so on and so forth. Some people have said DJ Ak has, he sold out. I don't necessarily believe that. I just believe that Ak he's non-biased unless when it comes to Drake, from what I've seen so far, right? And obviously I respect academics regardless. I feel as if though he's one of the pioneers within the space regardless. So some of the things, again, everyone does is questionable. But in this case scenario, we have to call a spade and say, you know what, Adin Ross, doesn't necessarily make sense what you did, And I just hope he's able to kind of learn from the situation, and also his fan base just understands that, look, not everyone's just going to take shit because you're popping and you're one of the most famous streamers and you're rich and like, you can't just get away with stuff like that nowadays. You know what I mean? People are more woke. They understand what's going on, so on and so forth. So my people, if you like any of my commentary, you're vibing with the way I, document and update you guys, simply leave a like. Make sure to subscribe as well, because we update you multiple times on this channel. There's a lot of content. And also make sure to watch the next video that YouTube recommends. In fact, watch that 21 Savage and 6ix9ine video, because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love it. Peace.